Let's go. I am the firstborn child of my parents. On the occasion of my birth, my grandparents gave them a camera, and I was their favorite subject. The camera lasted about 3 years, then my brother came along. I think he broke it. I then got a camera when I was in 8th grade. We had a long dry spell. But I started taking pictures again, and Walgreens loved it when I walked in to take my rolls of film to be developed and to buy some new ones. My mother said, "That's getting too expensive, Kath. You need to cool it a little bit." So I went to high school, and I got a job. My dad told me it built character. I learned in high school about driving my car, about hormones, about boys, and I also learned that algebra and French were both foreign language to me. I had to go to college. They told me I had to because I wasn't making any money as a key punch operator. So I went to Illinois State University, and I was able to go on their foreign exchange program, and I took my camera with me, and it drowned off the coast of Greece. Next, I had my certificate to teach. I swore I'd never be a teacher. But I was, and I wanted to be a social studies teacher because I loved history, but I never got into that classroom. It was always dark. So I went back, and I became a library media specialist. My first job was in Joliet, Illinois, and every time something wonderful happened to our students, all boys, by the way, they lit the victory light. Even when we were having plays or we were playing football and winning championships. As I got a little older and my parents began to be a little more needy and my father passed away, I moved closer and I got a job in a small district near where I grew up. And here I was helping kids find answers. I thought it was wonderful. But then, reduction in force in a school district means the loss of programs and personnel. My world was shattered. I decided that I needed to do something. I was just at the time when I could apply for retirement, so I did. My mother left me some money. My dad had a little bit left over for me, and so I decided that that's what I was going to do. I was going to be a retired senior citizen. It had been a bad 6 months. I'd lost my partner of 13 years. I'd lost my mom of 60 years. And I had been riffed. Not a good 6 months. So I had to start cleaning things out. I wanted to read all those books I'd been collecting. I needed to take care of all the stuff that my partner had left behind. I mean, what do you do with a Boy Scout uniform for a man who's 6'3" and 275 pounds? I figured it out. And I also needed to get out of that house. So I bought myself a cheap camera, and I started walking around the pool that was in one of the subdivisions around the lake, and I would take my dogs, and I'd meet people. And then I decided that I was going to find out more. I wanted to be more of a photographer. And you heard the saying that one good picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, it only is worth 1,000 words if it's something that is absolutely perfect. It tells a story. And so I tried to tell those stories. Didn't always work. Some of my photographs weren't telling stories. They were only worth about, 10 and a half words. They were out of focus. They were too dark. They were too light. The composition was And so I kept trying. I became a member of the St. Augustine Camera Club, and I started taking more pictures, and they were there to help me. I was wonderful. I felt so welcomed. And so today I'm working with a lot of different things. One of them is AI. It's a hot topic. And if you're not careful, what you see and what you hear isn't true. I had some examples of those, but I think we've lost them. And then I decided that I had this big DSLR now, and I started walking more and more. I hooked up with David 12 years ago, and we came south. He came home. I came to Florida in a whole new world. It wasn't Illinois. There wasn't a stalk of corn around. Except in the middle of winter. Anyway, I love being in Florida. And now David and I have slowed down. I have just one thing that I really want to take care of, and that is the marriage of story and pictures. And that's what I'm doing today. So if you see me out with my camera, stop, say hello, and I'll take your picture.